When you stop explaining yourself, you gain power. And when you learn the Stoic power of silence, you become untouchable. We live in a world that celebrates noise. Everyone is talking, posting, proving, defending, but in all that noise, true strength is rare. The Stoics understood something that modern society has forgotten, that silence is not weakness, it is control, it is clarity, it is power. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Much of our anxiety comes from overthinking, overspeaking, and over-explaining. The more you chase validation, the less you possess peace. The Stoic learns to stand still, to let life unfold without constant reaction, to speak less and observe more, because silence is not emptiness. It is a decision to conserve energy for what truly matters. When you chase people, you lose yourself. When you chase approval, you hand over your power. The Stoics teach that nothing outside of you can guarantee peace, not status, not wealth, not love. Epictetus warned, when you long for something outside your control, you enslave yourself. How many times have you felt restless because someone didn't respond, or because life didn't go your way? That restlessness is a form of slavery. The moment you stop chasing, you regain freedom. You begin to walk with dignity, and you learn to attract, not by force, but by presence. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who ruled the world, knew that true power did not come from speaking more. It came from knowing when to say nothing. He wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy. And sometimes that means saying nothing at all. Silence is a shield. When you respond to every insult, you lower yourself. When you explain yourself to every critic, you dilute your strength. Silence is a form of discipline. It's the ability to say, I don't need to win every argument. I don't need to prove my worth. I am at peace because I know who I am." Think about it. In nature, the strongest animals don't make the most noise. They move with stillness, with control. They know their power. So do the Stoics. The Stoic uses silence as a strategy. When you're angry, say nothing. When you're hurt, breathe before you speak. When you're tempted to defend yourself, remember that dignity needs no defense. Seneca said, "Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provoked it." Every time you react in anger, you give your power away. But when you respond with silence, you let the storm pass without being swept away. Silence is not about ignoring people. It's about prioritizing peace over proving a point. Sometimes, the greatest response is no response. The Stoics often withdrew from chaos to gain clarity, not to escape the world, but to see it more clearly. Marcus Aurelius would write in his journal every night. He would reflect, question his emotions, and practice stillness. This was his sanctuary, a moment to return to himself. You too can find power in withdrawal. Turn off the noise. Step away from arguments that drain you. Leave rooms that dim your light, not because you're weak, but because you value your energy. Withdrawal is not quitting. It is strategic refocusing. The Stoic does not run away from life. He simply refuses to fight every battle. The silent mind is a strong mind. The still heart is an unbreakable heart. When you train yourself to stay calm, to observe your thoughts without reacting, you begin to experience freedom. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And self-mastery begins with stillness. Every time you feel the urge to chase, to react, to defend, pause, breathe, and remember,
You lose nothing by staying silent, but you lose yourself when you let emotions rule you. Silence is not void. It's a space where you reconnect with your values. It's where wisdom speaks, quietly, in today's world. Silence is countercultural. People fear being misunderstood. They fear being left out. They fear being forgotten. But here's the truth. When you stop chasing, you stop living on others' terms. When you stop explaining, you start living on your own. Your energy is your currency. Every time you engage in useless debates, every time you overshare to prove your point, you spend energy that could build your peace. Choose silence, not because you have nothing to say, but because not everything deserves your voice.
Try this daily practice. 1. Begin your day with silence. Before you speak, sit for 5 minutes. Notice your thoughts. Let them settle like dust in still water. 2. During conflict, delay your response. When someone triggers you, wait before you speak. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace? If the answer is no, walk away. 3. End your day in silence. Write in a journal. Reflect on what you controlled and what you didn't. This is how you gain inner power. Remember, silence is not absence. It is presence without noise. Part 8. The reward of silence when you master silence. People notice. Your energy speaks louder than words. Your calm commands respect, and your peace becomes your shield. Those who used to drain you will no longer have power over you. The chaos around you will fade into distance, and you will stand tall, calm, centered. The Stoic does not need to chase anything. He attracts through stillness. He speaks less. But when he does, his words carry weight. That is the power of silence. So today, choose stillness over struggle. Choose peace over proving. Choose silence over noise. The world may not understand it, but the wise will and you will rise, because when you stop chasing, you stop losing yourself. And when you embrace silence, you step into your true power. Believe in yourself, guard your peace, and walk the Stoic path with courage and clarity. Follow this channel for more Stoic wisdom to help you live with strength, stillness, and purpose